opportunity to use my platform. I'm an NBA player that's on a high level, and a lot of people look up to me, and I'm a role model to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I try to use my platform as much as possible. But in DC, you see it and hear from time to time, but I don't think it's no different than any other place. It's just about is people recording or is people reporting as much as they should.
Yeah, with the camera phones and all that, like nothing's
Yeah, like
missed now.
it
Everything's out there.
nothing's never missed, man. And you know what I mean? I think the most important thing we have to support one another, no matter what's going on. We
Right.
definitely got to keep supporting one another, and that's one thing I try to do is like I was one of those people that like I came in as a number one player. Everybody's like, well, he think he's better than everybody, so I didn't really want to come off
Hmm.
as talking as much or just being laid back. I just led by example. But now you have opportunity where, as a professional athlete, I have opportunity to use my platform to go out there and speak and talk about what I believe in and what I think is right. And I think that's what I've been doing.
Cool. And then take me to through like how the John Wall, Family Foundation came into fruition and its, impact on the DC community.
I mean, most importantly, like my first year and a half, I kind of was just, like I said, laid back, chilling to myself, just trying to figure out how this whole NBA thing goes. You know what I mean? Coming from being the number one player in high school to going to Kentucky, losing the Elite Eight, then being the number one player to get drafted, first player from Kentucky, and then going into DC, I'm like, man, it's all hitting me at one time. I'm only 19 years
Right.
old. So, now I started my, and then, you know what I mean, just focus on improving. I mean, I just said, you know what, man, I feel like I want to touch people. God gave me opportunity to play the game I love on the highest level. I'm fortunate enough
Hmm.
to help people out that I can. And my foundation just got it going from there. Just me and my team just coming together and coming up with ideas. And I think the most important thing for us with my foundation is we focus on improving and uplifting lives of families, challenging situations, and having an impact on young minority males. You know what I mean? DC is importantly
Right.
because I'm there for 10 years in my hometown of North Carolina, where I don't want to forget because I know how much a lot of those young kids believe they can't make it out of a bad area or a bad situation. But
Hmm.
I just want everybody to understand I come from the same background of Section 8 and all that, and I realized I found a way to make it. You know what I mean? And it's never going to be tough times. We're all going to have ups and downs between it. But, you know what I mean? Just keep your mind focused, listen to your parents. And I had it even rough, and some people probably had it worse than me. And my dad passed when I was 9. I was in jail most of my life. So
Right.
I seen my mom that just passed away 7, 8 months ago. I just seen my mom sacrifice her working 3 to 4 jobs to make sure we had lights and food on our table. So when I got cut from a basketball team at like 15, I was like, this is what I'm locked in on.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then recently you had like a fundraiser raising funds for like rental assistance to that DC community. So how was that
Yeah.
experience?
It was dope, man. You know what I mean? Just sitting back talking with my team, and I have great assistants and great people on my team.
Hmm.
Um, we come up with the idea, you know what I mean? I give a lot of assists on the court, and I love to give a lot of assists in the community. I mean,
Yeah.
and the most important thing with me is I think a lot of people get their money, but the most important thing is give me your time. Like, let these people feel you, let these people touch you, know that you're normal just
Hmm.
like they are. So, you know, I mean, we just completed my 30-day fundraiser campaign that we called it 202 Assist. And we raised over $500,000 for families in Ward 8 who have been hit with hard times like everybody else have during this pandemic, but they have
Yeah.
been hit a lot worse. And I know I see a lot of those moms and dads, like I said, sacrifice so much to try to make things work, and they get overlooked over there. Like people overlook them like they're not part of DC and they don't have nothing going on. But I watch some of these parents and watch them go to work and try to be social workers and do all this what's going on. I was like, man, it's an opportunity for me to help these people, and why
Yeah.
not try to help and take one burden off their back? Like, okay, your rent's paid for the next couple months, and they just worry about getting food on the table and making sure your kids can get ready for school or whatever they have to. So that was my main focus with COVID-19 going on. So
Hmm.
that's the last thing that we have did in DC, and it was dope, man, to see how much people supported me and gave donations and things like that. So,
Yeah.
like I said, it, anybody that gave a donation, even reposted it or retweeted it for me was dope because it meant a lot, and I just wanted these people to understand that nobody forgot about them and they're going through things just like we are in this world at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's especially important that you mentioned like being personable and giving your time because it's great to like donate money as well, but for people to be able to like see you and like have that
Yes.
experience of being around you, that's something like they won't forget. And
Yeah, facts for sure.
yeah. And then here at Finish Line, we've seen the work, super proud of what you're doing, and we want to be part of the give back that you're doing as well. So, let me get the checkbook real quick, and we want to make a nice donation. So we got
Appreciate that.
the big checks literally.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, so we want to donate 20,000 straight to the John Wall Family Foundation. 20 bands. We see the work that you're doing, and for us, we want to be like super transparent as far as like where the money is going, based on like everything going on within the U.S. Where the money is going. People see that it's directly affecting people versus like donating somewhere and no one knows where it goes. So
Oh
we
yeah,
want to be
that's
able to
that.
donate 20,000.
Appreciate it a lot, and thanks finish line. Thank you. Oh, and that's dope. You know what I mean? That's dope anyway because like I look at when I did my tour to assist, I was just like, man, we wanted to make sure the right people got it. You know what I mean? Because we didn't want people
Hmm.
to donate and give things, and the people that really need it, and that's we doing who we're doing it for didn't get it. So we made sure we did the right thing about that. We made sure it went the right way, and I definitely want to thank you for that. And I just wanted to speak on social justice. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
what's going on right now. You know what I mean? We happy to have basketball back. We understand what's going on. You know what I mean? But we can't lose the focus on the bigger picture. You know what I mean? Our bigger message is that we want change, and change must happen. You know what I mean? We
facts.
definitely want justice for Breonna Taylor. You know what I mean? We understand what's going on and what she's been through and what her family going through. And I played basketball in Kentucky. You know what I mean? She's from Louisville, and we definitely want to get justice for her and her family because we don't want them to think we forgot about it. I think those officers need to get arrested and get charged
Hmm.
for what happened. And I mean, a lot of people are speaking on that. Black lives still matter, and every day it does matter. I mean, we walk out there
Yeah,
and wake up as a black person. We know how tough it is to survive in this world. I mean, seeing our
right.
parents go through it, and now we would never thought that we would go through this. You know, what I mean, I'm about to be 30 this year. Never thought that I would be dealing with one of the difficult time ever in life. I think
Hmm.
anybody we talk about, we say 2020 is probably the worst year we ever experienced
Right.
with Kobe passing and the COVID-19 and David Stern and Pop Smoke and all these guys. But
Right.
we just
Hmm.
want to know and understand that social justice means something. Black lives matter, and we can't never let that fall out. And we want to get just for Breonna Taylor, so keep supporting that. And I mean, people got to keep speaking on it, standing on it.
Right. You can't let it get forgotten. Definitely justice for Brianna. Uh, yeah, and just like, it's not like a trend, this is real.
Yeah,
You can't just not be black. It's just the reality. So
facts.
yeah.
It's the truth, man. I mean, it's a lot easier said than done, but it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And like I said in my one of my other interviews before, like the most important thing, you know what I mean, I try to tell people is they all say the president votes matters. Yes, that's a big matter, but we also got to
Yeah.
vote inside our communities. You know what I mean, inside our
Hmm.
states. I mean, that's where it really starts at. You know what I mean, who we want to be our
Facts. Or
mayor
the
and things
local
like that.
politicians.
Yeah, the local politicians, the biggest key is right to know. Like, if we don't worry about that, that's not dope. And I mean, along with me and my teammates in the Mystics, you know what I mean, we're excited that we bring awareness to important things like this. And
Right.
voting, most importantly, and you know what I mean, with our team, we got to with our team and our partnership with our organization, we came out with a thing. When we all vote to help get a message out. You know what I mean, that's what we stand for. When we
For
all
sure.
vote, just go out there. You know what I mean, have a message, understand that, and I mean, we know we have difficult times going on with the president now, but our
Hmm.
local politicians is the key. Get that part done, and then we can worry about what goes on with the officers and the judges and all that in our community. So that's the most important factor.
Absolutely. All right, cool. Appreciate the time. I'm sure you got, other things to do as you prepare to come back next season.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll hit you. I'll make sure this 20,000 gets right to the foundation. And yeah, appreciate the time.
I appreciate it, bro. We definitely get up for our birthdays. We Virgos, so you know how it goes.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm working on that too. I'm getting the numbers.
All right, bet, bro. Hit me.
Yeah. All right.
All right.